Said, hey, 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 hey. Ay, kain tayo mga kapatid. It's break time. Whoop. Ang ating pagkain ay Big Mac. Mac, Mac, Mac. Kain. Mm. Carbs tayo ngayon. Carbs. Mm. 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 Mm.
Retired U.S. Army Brigadier General Steve Anderson joins us now. So good to have you with us, General. Let's start, if we could, by talking a little bit more about the capability of these kamikazes. What specifically can they do? Why are they seen as the choice to make?
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you very much for having me. I think it's telling to see just how desperate is he has to go to the range to get drones like this. These can be very effective drones. They can be fired consistently in groups, in swarm. And their launching platform is 5 rockets on them. Rocket assisted. They fly to the target. They have 1,500 miles of range. So that means they can launch it. Awesome. All the way anywhere. They carry an 88-pound warhead. Enough to maybe not take out a bridge. You don't want flying into for sure. But these things are effective. We saw that the Ukrainians were able to knock out 85%. Again, they're being deployed in swarms. We're going to get through closing in swarms, terrorizing people, trying to take out infrastructure, trying to knock out the energy assets prior to the border, make life more miserable for the Ukrainians. Spoiler alert.
So, General, when U.S. officials says that the administration will consider the use of these drones when deciding to support
Carbs tayo.
what do they need to counter these drones?
They need more air defense artillery systems. Right now, and they've got these NASAMS joint with the U.S. defense systems. Inbound in the next 2 months, another 6 or 8 are going to come in over the coming months. But the problem with this is it's a medium range system. Okay? The problem with the UAVs is they're low range. So what they need is they need some low range capability. And I submit to you that we need to look the United States at providing the CRAM system. That's CRAM. Counter rocket, artillery, and mortars. These are incredibly effective systems. They're made by Raytheon. They're intended to go after low-flying targets. They go after rockets artillery and mortar rounds. If you got something that's good enough to shoot out a mortar round, then I mean it's going to easy pickings for anything that's flying in a UAV. Now I had 20 to 25 of these systems when I was in Afghanistan, 2016 to 2018. They're incredibly effective. These are the systems that the United States needs to get on the ground in Ukraine now.
Once they get there, how quickly could they be put into use? Because we've talked about a lot over the last several months about certain systems, learning how to use those systems, being up to speed in time. What is that amount of time that they would need?
They are mobile systems, so they can literally be put up in a matter of hours. We're not talking days or weeks. They can be driven into the systems they need. They can be established. Now, the problem there, of course, is they'd be operated by probably American contractors. Right now, there's a prohibition against that. I submit to you that this is a bridge we need to cross. We need to get American contractors on the ground to operate systems like this. Also, to help repair all the systems we've given them in the past that they're breaking, the 777s, the HIMARS, the systems that we've given them, they're operating with devastating effect against the Russians, but they're not able to maintain them. And if we really want to help the Ukrainians push the Russians all the way out of their held territory to include Crimea, we're going to
Okay.
logistics capabilities to get U.S. contractors on the ground. Not only
Okay.
providing air defense expertise and operations, but also provide logistics support.
All right, I want to rush by this. You suggested there should be U.S. contractors in Ukraine. Putin is likely not going to see the nuance between a U.S. contractor teaching the Ukrainians how to use this hardware versus actually being in the fight against Russia. So you think it's working?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh.
He probably will perceive it as some sort of an escalation, but it's one that we need to we need to go across this bridge right now. We need these systems. We need to show our support to Ukraine. We need to show the Russians that we are behind the Ukrainians all the way, and that includes putting American contractors on the ground. We're going to send a message to our allies, to the Ukrainians, to the world, to the Russians, that we're serious about making sure the Ukrainians win this. This is an existential threat to us all, and we must do everything possible to include putting U.S. contractors on the ground in Ukraine now.
All right, Brigadier General Steve Anderson, thank you.
So once you're done with your first testament, you're going to smoke here. And we keep it till the short. If you're the one that is closing, or when the unit is pending, if you want it for longer than you're pending, it should be here. Or say that
We are here today.
Grab that cord and strangle her, don't you? No, sir, not at all. This is the most heinous offense been committed in Hellhead.
Hi, this is Jillian, and you are watching Court Junkie, a law and crime podcast. In these podcasts, I cover criminal cases, especially trials. Today's episode is The Obsession.
And I'm asking you if you can please, pretty please, send me one of your videos.
By all accounts, 29-year-old Grant Amato had an obsession. That obsession was an online cam model from Bulgaria, a woman named Sylvie.
The defendant, Grant Amato, became addicted and so possessed by her.
He had never met Sylvie, only chatted with her online and sent her money. Lots of money. That wasn't always his, but his parents and brothers.
Was spending hundreds of thousands of dollars of the family's money on her. Hundreds of thousands of dollars on her internet website.
On December 28, 2018, Grant was checked into a rehabilitation facility for treatment for sex addiction and depression after his parents and two older brothers had staged an intervention with him. Grant didn't stay at the facility for the full 60-day treatment. He checked himself out more than a month early. And before long, he was talking to Sylvie again. According to Grant, there was again friction in the family when his father found out. The following is what Grant says happened on Thursday, January 24th, 2019. Grant woke up around 7:30 or 8 o'clock in the morning, and throughout the day he was at home with his mom. Dad and Cody left to go to their respective jobs that day. Around 4 p.m., Grant was on the couch watching YouTube videos when he saw his mom put some chicken out on the counter and pour herself a glass of wine. She then took it back into her office. Chad came home a little later and first went into Margaret's office. He then came into the living room and sat down on the couch. According to Grant, Chad accused him of having contact with Sylvie, even though it was against the house rules that had just been put forth by his father. Chad asked Grant why he was still contacting her, and the conversation got heated. At one point, Chad physically grabbed Grant by his jacket and told him he had to pack up his things and leave the house. Grant grabbed a duffel bag, clothes, gloves, and some toiletries. As Grant was packing, Chad came upstairs, and they continued to argue. They then went into the primary bedroom so Chad could get Grant's passport and car keys from the safe. Grant would later say that Chad remarked that he would have to reset the safe passcode because Grant had been in the room while the safe had been opened. Grant then went into his brother Cody's room to retrieve some flash drives so he could reinstall programs to his laptop. Grant loaded his belongings into his car. He then spoke to Chad in the driveway for about an hour and a half before heading back into his house to collect more of his things. Chad gave him a credit card for a one-night stay at a hotel. His brother Cody then came home and gave him his debit card and told him to use it for anything Grant needed to take care of himself, while Cody tried to smooth things over. Cody then